They asked me to write a speech, which was a terrible call because I don't really write a lot of things. But yet here we are, so hear me out. Hi Meher, it was 7 years ago when you were late to class and you sat right next to me and we just became friends and then you just never really left. One day we were each other's notes and suddenly I knew exactly what you were doing before you even texted me. And then one day this one guy shows up. I joined, congratulations by the way, you've got a good one there. And she says, oh my god, someone look at this guy I matched with. He's not half fat and doesn't even mess, is not half fat. That's literally a top tier compliment you can get. I still remember when he asked her out for the very first time and she goes, oh my god, I'm going off for coffee with this guy. And I was like, oh, let me pick your outfit. And these guys went out. And exactly 20 minutes down the line, she was like, wow, he's like really funny. Then we went out on a walk, which lasted like 4 hours. And I remember saying, wow, damn, that's like an entire season of Game of Thrones. I've never really watched Game of Thrones, by the way, but that was quite funny in the moment. Okay, pause. I think I shall save the rest of it for the actual wedding day, but that was quite banging, wasn't it? Except I did not write a single word. My agent did, and we're just in luck because I have the entire trace on my neatlogs dashboard. So let me show you exactly what happens behind the scenes. So I gave my agent 3 years of our conversation history, and we have four major runs here. The first agent call passes this request. The second one searches these messages. We have a deep dive into the messages, figures out what would be the useful content, and finds distinctive messages from the text history. Then we have the third agent call that then decides the citations and figures out what would make the final cut to the toast and what ones would not. And then we have the third agent call that actually writes the final toast, and here's the output. Now let's watch the complete replay of this trace and see exactly in which order do these agents run. Well, I hope Meher actually likes my wedding toast, and if you liked what you saw, you should definitely go try out neatlogs.com and debug your agents better.